What's up? What's up, Bear Down Nation, man? Here after another rough week, another bad offensive output. I'm your host, Il Brown. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Bear Down Weekly, the only online platform with the call-in line. Let me get my banner ready. For all you suckers that think you know your stuff, scared to hit that call-in line, here he is, 872-222-7010. Call in, let us know your thoughts about the lackluster performance in all three phases today. All three phases let us down. Did see some see some things that were encouraging, but we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. These are the games that you got to get. Uh no excuses. No excuses. These are the games you got to have them. This is the soft spot of the schedule, and you got to get these games, man. Definitely want to get you guys' thoughts. Call in 872-222-7010 and let us know. Tell us why you mad, son. Tell us why you mad. But we want to get into some let's get into some statistics first and foremost. Let's get into some stats. Caleb Williams, although he's getting a little bit loose with the football at times, that's rookie quarterback stuff. You got to live with it. He's pressing. He wants to make a play that bad. I respect it, although you still got to correct it. Let me get his official stat line. Get Caleb's official stat line for you guys. Now he goes for let me see, what's this? Here we go. Official stat line for Caleb Williams. 33 of 52, 363, two touchdowns. Finally got off the snide with the touchdowns. And of course the two interceptions that can have for quarterback rating of 80.8. It's not horrible. It's not good. It's rookie quarterback football play. And but what you are encouraged by though is when this offense needs to look like a pro style offense, it does. Encouraged by seeing them drop back, make quick decisions in the pocket, get the ball out. Still a little bit of footwork and timing issues with Caleb. Gotta get it fixed. That's going to happen with time and just development. Like I said, man, you're starting over with a rookie quarterback. You saw Shane Waldron's offense in Seattle last year. We don't have the tools up front to run that scheme. Like I said, Caleb Williams saw a lot of positive things today. Got his first two NFL touchdowns, first of many. And I just ultimately think that kid is going to be able to outperform the lack of coaching, the lack of development. He's just that type of a guy where he's going to outperform the inconsistencies in inadequate offensive line, all of that. He's going to outperform it. So you got some weapons for him. We got to be able to protect the kid. The same thing we said about Justin last year. We couldn't protect him. The offensive coaching left a lot to be desired. I mean, of course, the Chicago Bears, man, we have never been known for having an offensive identity for football, and this is something that has to be prioritized. We need to stop with the stopgap coaches, the stopgap offensive linemen, and go out and really spend big and really go and get the best coach. Like, yeah, Jim Harbaugh sitting right there. Had him sitting right there. He would love to take this job. He wasn't even considered. Makes no sense, man. For all things said, a lot of people are like, hey, this is why you go and trade. You know, you take the haul, keep Justin, take the haul. I get it. But you were able to totally overhaul this roster. It's one of the best offensive on paper rosters the Bears have ever had. Now you just got to execute. You got to get the coaches in there. You got to get the coaches in there. You got to spend on that offensive line. Look at the teams around the league that are good. Look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The last two drafts, you know, since we're talking about Justin Fields and the Steelers, look at the last two drafts. They spent big on the offensive linemen. Last two drafts, they last two first round picks, offensive linemen. You need blue chip talent in a league where the defensive linemen and the edge rushers are getting more athletic year by year. You gotta go out and you gotta spend on the O-line. But it starts with the coaching. Starts with the coaching. You have to go out and get proven guys, man. Especially if you're trying to develop a young rookie quarterback. You got to go and get a guy, number one, who he's going to respect his scheme, respect the coaching, respect the development, and somebody that has proven to get it done. This is such an awkward situation because while Shane Waldron's offense leaves a lot to be desired, a lot of the route combinations and just concepts are kind of weird. One thing we were able to do the last few years, and this is, you know, let's give Justin Fields his flowers. He put the fear of God in defensive coordinators with his athleticism. Caleb Williams is not that. Caleb is a pocket passer. He's very crafty, and he has the escapability factor, but he's not Justin Fields as an athlete. Justin Fields as an athlete is up there with the Vicks and the Lamar Jacksons. Those are rare guys. You know, those guys don't come along that often. So a lot of you are saying, well, that's why you keep Justin Fields. Well, ask yourself, you keep Justin Fields, that means you keep Luke Getsy. I mean, it's not too far in for the Bears to have, me personally, you guys were tuning in all last year, and I said, look, if we're not going to keep Justin Fields and take the haul, then you've got to get a brand new head coach in there. Because if Matt Eberflus, if the Bears don't win this year, that guy is fired. And now you got your rookie quarterback with a brand new head coach. And that brand new head coach is going to want to bring his guys in. Now you got a rookie quarterback that has to learn his second offense in 2 years. I just don't understand how the front office just can't see the logic. Can't see the logic. But what I need for the meathead fan base that is the Chicago Bears fan base to do is this. Justin Fields gone, y'all. He's not here anymore. He is not your quarterback anymore. We have Caleb Williams. You know how talented the kid is. If you don't think the kid's talented, you're fooling yourself. It's nothing for us to talk about. Most of you guys have never even put on the pads to begin with. So I'm not honoring it. The kid is exceptionally talented. He is literally starting to develop on his own despite the poorest offensive line and the poorest coaching. Justin Fields is gone, y'all. He's in a better situation in Pittsburgh. Hell, the Steelers fans, If you go and look at their forms and everything, they wanted Mike Tomlin going so bad. Hey, be careful what you ask for. You could end up with a Matt Eberflus. So be careful what you ask for, Steelers fans. But you got to be patient. I understand our fan base is starving to win. We're ready to win now. I get it. I know we're ready to win now. But we have a rookie quarterback, and it's going to take some patience. But when it starts clicking, I don't want to hear y'all mouths either, because it's going to start clicking. It started to click today. Now, if we could just get Shane Waldron, look, we can't run the ball right now. It's that simple. These offensive linemen are stealing money. Chris Morgan is a fucking joke of an offensive line coach. And Shane Waldron is trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure it out. And I know the Bears fan base is like, we don't have time for that. We got all these offensive guys. We're ready to win now. It don't work like that in the NFL. It does not work like that in the NFL. What the hell have you been watching all your life? Now, I will say this. It also is a culture thing. We struggle real bad to put together dynamic offensive skill groups and get the adequate offensive coaching. We struggle real bad at it. Now, I'm no fool, but also I know what I'm talking about here. And listen to me. You have to spend that money, and you have to let this front office has to get out of the way and let Kevin Warren really go put some real guys in here. Ryan Poles, his fatal flaw as a GM is he just can't identify offensive linemen. I don't get it. Like, I want to see what this group looks like with the healthy Ryan Bates, but let's be real. He wasn't a starter in Buffalo. So, Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus, your ass is on thin ice, you on the hot seat. Phone line's open, man. 872-222-7010. Call in. I want to get y'all thoughts. Let's go over a little bit more of the stats. Got Caleb Williams throwing the ball 52 times against a team that just gave up 240 on the ground last week. Let's go over the run game statistics. Bears go 28 carries for 63 yards total. 28 carries for 63 yards total against a team that just gave up just almost 500 yards rushing in 2 weeks. Let that sink in. We were able to scheme up the run game last year, and now we can't. Now we can't.
Jab Harry.
We got our first caller, man. Hold on, let me transfer you over to the switchboard, man. Jabari, holla at me, man. You live on the air, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How you doing, bro?
Hey, man. It was a rough one today, man, but I seen some silver linings. Also seen a whole lot of stuff that needs to be corrected, man. What are your thoughts?
You know what? I'm on board with you, bro. I see the potential. You know, and I definitely see a lot of work that needs to be fixed. The O-line plays a little bit better. It's kind of tough watching, you know, him and Anthony Richardson kind of had the same game on pretty much. You know what I'm saying? They both made, you know, even though I would say Anthony Richardson is really a rookie himself too, because he only played like 3 or 4 games last year.
Yeah, he was injured most of the year.
Yeah, so you know, I guess looking at it, you know, there's definitely some potential. I don't like 52 passes thrown at all, so that basically speaks to many. That speaks to the lack of a running attack. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of penalties today, from what I saw. And there were some, you know, missed tackles, you know, a few missed assignments, you know, here and there. And of course, you know, Caleb he's basically, you know, being a rookie. You know what I'm saying? He's holding on to the ball, you know, too long. He's trying to process everything, and it could just be really good coverage. And I think that the more that he plays, the more that he'll, hopefully be comfortable with leaving the pocket. Um, and so it was a tough loss to watch. You know what I'm saying? And it's even tougher because, the timing of everything it makes it harder. Like when you see the previous quarterback, when you see Fields doing his thing, and it's like the timing is like it stings a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It
Oh, for
makes it a little
sure.
bit harder to,
For
you
sure.
know.
For sure.
So
For sure.
yeah,
But you gotta,
yeah.
you gotta. Yeah, I get what you're saying, bro, and you gotta understand what good teams are willing to invest in the trenches. And look at Pittsburgh. First of all, their defense is lights out. They're always going to have a good defense, and
Right.
they've been struggling to protect the quarterback themselves the past couple years. So over the past 2 years, they've invested their first round picks in offensive linemen, premium
Right.
talent. And once those guys are they're starting to gel, they're starting to click, and you have a quarterback that's dynamic enough to make those guys look good until they figure it out, and you're starting to see it all gel. But that's Mike Tomlin, though. And get this though,
Yeah.
Jabari, the Steelers fans was calling for his head, bro. They calling for Mike Tomlin's head. Like, be careful what you ask for, because you could have Matt Eberflus. Like, there's no
Yeah.
look, Matt Eberflus can coach some defense, but that's what he is. That's what he is in this league. He's a defensive coordinator and a damn good one. But as a head coach, he doesn't cut the mustard, man. I'm ready for the
Yeah.
Bears to actually invest and recognize someone who can get it done as a head coach, and preferably
Well,
on the offensive side of the ball.
or at least has managed, like Bill Belichick would be a perfect candidate. Saying next year for the Bears, because at least he knows how to manage a coaching staff for the most part.
Yeah, he
You know what I'm saying?
he has a network of guys that know how to coach some football. Like,
Right.
look at Eberflus, man. Like, this is Shane Waldron is a Eberflus hire. Hey, who do you want?
Yeah.
Instead of, and then there was a lot of guys I preferred over Shane Waldron. Like, look.
Yeah, there were a few. There were a few, but I mean, I still like the hire. I was like, okay, you know what? Seeing what he did with Geno Smith in Seattle, and that was with the understanding of a lot of Bears fans felt like, okay, Fields is coming back. So if you want somebody to fix his game and make him more comfortable, you see what he did in Seattle with Geno Smith. You basically put 1 + 1 together. It's like, oh, okay, so that will make sense. But the thing is, when you're having a rookie quarterback, there's not a lot of trust there yet. And even with Caleb within himself, there's not a lot of like this is his third NFL game. Like, this is for real now. So he doesn't have the speed of the game down pat. He doesn't know, like, he's not connecting with his wide receivers. He's not, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that experience yet. So it's hard to have a rookie quarterback in that situation with an offensive coordinator who has experience, but probably doesn't know what, and if you don't have the offensive line together, then that makes it even worse. So
And
it's a rough.
And I'm sorry to break the news to you, Bears fans. There is no fix for it this season. So I say this: when you put Caleb Williams in shotgun and let him dissect and get the ball out fast, you had something there.
Yeah.
They're running play action passes with no threat of a run game at all. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm not buying the Bears play action. That's why if you really pay attention, a lot of Caleb Williams stuff, his mistakes are coming from under center in play action where they're not honoring the run game whatsoever. So hey, it is what it is this year. The offensive line is not going to get any better. We got guys regressing. Tevin Jenkins looks horrible. Darnell Wright looks horrible. The right guard and the left guard, I don't even want to talk. I mean, the right guard and the center, I don't even want to talk about them. And Braxton Jones, he is who he is. He's an average swing tackle fringe starter, 5th round pick that's okay. You just gotta spend more resources on the trenches, especially with a young quarterback. But if you know you can't fix it this year, and you know the kid can get the ball down the field, the timing is going to come. The timing is going to come. You can't really game plan for route timing and things like that until you go out there and you try to hit those connections on those plays. Then you're like, okay, this guy, he's not running hard enough. Okay, this guy, okay. And then some of it is just Caleb's footwork and just inexperience. Like he's still sailing some of those passes. Like on some of the deep balls, he's just chucking it. And his feet are all over the place. Like I'm watching everything and I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on. It's the rookie growing pains. But the kid is literally learning and developing at such a fast pace just off of his own talent that you could see him correcting mistakes as he goes. They're going to get it together.
Right.
But the offensive line, it's a shit show and it's not going to get no better. They played a little bit better this week, but he still got sacked 4 times. Caleb Williams has been sacked 14 times in 3 games. That's not going to cut it. That is not going to cut it. I got guys out here whiffing. The play where he gets strip sacked, you got 2 tight ends trying to block an edge. Gerald Everett is standing there looking like he don't know what the hell he's doing out there. Cole Kmet gets beat. Why do I have tight ends trying to block an edge rusher? It's right. Scheme. At this point, you just got to scheme it up better. You got to scheme it up better.
I'll tell you why, because their running backs the only running back that can do is a good pass blocker is Rojo. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We see Khalil Herbert back there. He's terrible. Swift, he's probably even worse than Herbert. So if you don't even have somebody to help you pass block, because they didn't even, I don't even think they blitzed a lot this game.
No, they were getting the Colts were getting home with 4-man rushes, bro. Which tells
you're not even listening.
But that tells me, bro, that your blocking schemes aren't working. They shouldn't be able to get home with 4-man rushes.
Exactly.
There's no all-pro on that defensive line, besides DeForest Buckner, who was out this week. So you can't block a 4-man rush with 5 and 6-man protections. That's talent and scheme. Scheme things can be fixed and coached and corrected. Talent cannot. Now, I don't know what the hell's going on with Darnell Wright and Tevin Jenkins. Part of the reason why they both are kind of struggling is because the Chicago Bears the coaching staff and the front office heads are so far up their ass right now that they refuse to just put Tevin Jenkins and Darnell Wright on the same side. Sometimes if you tandem it up right, the offensive line, they could perform a lot better. But you're basically putting guys out on the island by having them on the opposite side of the line. Look, I need both of my road graders to be on the same side. So when I need 1 yard, I don't have to pass in the red zone. I can literally put Roschon Johnson in the game and run behind Tevin Jenkins and Darnell Wright and get 1 yard. We can't even get 1 yard when we need it. So
and the thing, and we think about it, not to cut you off, but when you think about it, we talk about like having Jenkins and Wright on the same side. I think it's you can do that, but also we haven't had consistency at center or right guard in maybe 3 or 4 seasons.
And that's right. And that's on Ryan Poles. That's on Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
Because
exactly,
you get so cute in the draft that you take a 4th round pick and spend it on a punter instead of adding more quality offensive line depth. What are you doing?
Right.
This man literally came into this season and on Hard Knocks and all this play and told us to our faces as a fan group This is the best. This is the most depth. This is the best offensive line I put together since we've been here, and it's trash. It is trash.
As a former lineman, as a former
offensive lineman himself, you know what the problem is? He keeps trying to draft guys that he wants that play in the way he played. And guess what, Ryan Poles? Your ass didn't make the team. You got cut when you was an offensive lineman. So absolutely, positively, do not draft offensive linemen that play like you, because those guys don't belong in the NFL. They don't belong on the NFL roster. So Ryan Poles, I applaud the gutsy move to move on from Justin Fields, you know, because that was a whole nother conundrum we had to deal with. You was gonna have to pay him $200 million with all these holes on the roster. Now you can't fix the holes on the roster with your quarterback under a big contract. So he made a business decision. I respect it. Caleb Williams is talented as hell. He's going to figure it out. I promise you he's going to figure it out. This is third game. He goes for 363 and 2 tutties. When the last time you seen a rookie quarterback for the Bears go out there and put up those kind of numbers? You haven't. Ever.
Oh, it's been a while. And like I said,
you never seen it. It's never happened.
I applaud the three. The only thing is that I would love to see that, like 52 pass attempts is like that's just
Jabari.
That's ridiculous.
You ran the ball.
I understand.
You ran the ball 27 times for 63 yards.
No, right. I agree with you. All I'm saying is
you have to throw the ball 53 times. You can't run it, bro. Right. You can't run it behind this offensive line. You can't do it. So you got to throw it. And he should have thrown it 60 times.
All I'm saying is they're going to have to figure it out, because I don't want Caleb throwing the ball 45 times every single game.
Then cut the fucking shit off, Jabari, because guess what? We can't run it, bro. This shit is not happening this year. The run game is shit. So guess what? He needs to drop back and throw that bitch 70 times next week.
Yeah.
He needs.
All right.
You got to do whatever works. But guess what? Guess what? If he's throwing it more, guess what you're doing? You're speeding up his development. But guess what? Because he has to diagnose coverages. He has to read the defenses. He's going to start understanding faster. Running the ball. Running the ball to protect a rookie quarterback only works if you can run the ball. We can't run it, bro. But I tell you what, Caleb has shown me. Yeah, he's going to throw some interceptions. He's going to make some mistakes. I get that.
Well, that second interception wasn't his fault.
Now, Rome's got to come down with that. With that. And we're talking about a kid that should have 4 touchdowns already, because we got starting wide receivers that have the first 2 weeks dropped 2 of his touchdowns. So really, he should be up 4 touchdowns to 2 interceptions if Rome doesn't have that boy bounce off his pass today. So I'll live with those mistakes. I'll take that. But the bigger mistakes aren't happening on the field. They're happening in the film room. They're happening in the coach's office. They're happening in the fucking GM's office. How do you go and stare your fan base in the face? Tell them this is the best offensive line you put together, and draft a punter in the 4th round, and our offensive line is a turnstile. Now, but I appreciate the call, Jabbar. I'm gonna open up the phone lines for some more callers, bro.
All right, for sure, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Stay tuned in, man. Dropping them in the comments. Appreciate the homie Jabari for tapping in. Hey, hit the call-in line, man. 872-222-7010. Because you got to understand what the fuck you seeing out here. You got to understand what you're seeing out here, man. I understand the troll mindset, because no one can out-troll me. If I had the time and I felt like it again, I'd troll the pants off of you fucking idiots out here. Excuse me. But I ain't got time for that shit, man, because it's counterproductive. Let's get to the nuts and bolts, the X's and O's, man. Most of you fucking bozos ain't never put on the pads, don't even know what the fuck you looking at, can't even identify what's going on out on the field. Watch the game, drink your fucking beer, your Hennessy, and shut the fuck up. If you don't want to be a Bears fan, that's fine. Go find a fucking other team to root for. But you got to understand what you're seeing out here and why it fucking sucks. So put on your fucking goofy ass Bears jersey, go to the games, do whatever you're going to do as a fan how you want to fan, but understand, stop being a fucking meathead. You're not very intelligent. Justin Fields is not walking back through the door. Caleb Williams is here to stay. And I'm telling you, that kid is going to figure it out. We got people talking about his fucking nail polish and all types of dumbass shit that don't matter. When was the last time a rookie quarterback in a Bears jersey went for 363 and 2 tutties? Leave it in the comments. I'll wait for it. It will never show up in the comments because it ain't never happened. This kid gonna figure it out because he's a fucking great quarterback. He will be great. Live with the mistakes. But once this kid starts to recognize coverages and all that stuff, watch out because he does have the weapons. Now you just got to get him the protection. Now you just got to go get the offensive coaching that's going to be innovative and use this dude's talent because it's there. And it's there in droves. He's going to figure out the timing. All that shit comes with time, man. I don't understand. Somebody talked to me earlier. Man, I remember Peyton Manning, him, Marvin Harrison, and Reggie Wayne. Bro, they was together for 10 plus years. They was together for 10 plus years. Tell Sean to call into the show. 872-222-7010. If his dumbass was watching the stream in the first place, he'd know the number because it's on the fucking screen. Sean, get your stupid ass on this shit, man. I'm about to tear your ass a new one. I've been waiting for this because he's the biggest Bears troll that's on the internet probably right now. He watching harder than any other Bears fan, but hate what he sees out there. Get your ass on these phone lines so I could cook your ass. Suave, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Take your ass over there with the rest of the indie animals then, bro. I'm cutting you fucking garbage ass Bears fans a new asshole this week because you're fucking stupid. I'm sick of the idiotic meathead shit. Got a fucking rookie quarterback and y'all think we supposed to be Super Bowl contenders. Fucking wrong with you fucking meatheads, man. Guys are fucking straight out of a comic book. Clap it up for all the fucking meatheads out there. Because y'all need to hear this shit. Now, in the fucking offseason, Ryan Poles, if you ain't spending big in the draft and in free agency on the offensive line, get the fuck out of here. Shane Waldron, Matt Eberflus, get the fuck out of here. But for the rest of you bozos, take the haul, take the haul. You would have took the haul and it would have been the same old shit. Because guess what? If this dude can't figure out who the fuck to draft, it don't matter if you give him the picks and shit. He probably still would have fucked it off. Look at Darnell right out there, man. Top 10 pick. He's a top 10 pick, bro. I don't care about what the fuck you disagree with, bro. You can get the fuck off my stream, man. Go play Madden or some shit. You motherfucking bozos ain't never put the pads on in your life. We could go put the pads on right now and fucking give all you fucking meatheads concussions. You fucking weird and you need to go root for a fucking other team. I'm sick of this shit. Shit is weirdo logic, man. I got one guy telling me I don't want him throwing the ball 40 times, but we can't run it we ran the ball for 2.3 yards a carry, dude. What the fuck? How else are we supposed to move the ball? 2.3 yards a carry, bro. Cut the fucking bullshit, man. Hold on, let me send a number. Since I advertised this shit all week long, and I got these are the kind of meatheads I'm talking about. I advertised this shit the whole fucking week, and nobody knows the number all of a sudden. You guys are fucking pussies. That's what it is. Get your ass on this phone line. 872-222-7010. My switchboard is loud and clear. My switchboard is free and clear. Now I'm getting annoyed. 872. Here he is. This guy right here. Get your bitch ass on the fucking stream. 872. You see it flashing on the screen. I'm waiting for my phone to ring. I'm waiting for the switchboard to light up. We are patiently waiting for you, Sean Stradamus. Get your goofy ass on here. I could tell. Look at it. Hey, y'all, look at this picture. Look at this picture. You could tell this motherfucker ain't never sniffed a jockstrap in his life, except unless it was Diddy's. Get your ass out of here. Phone lines open, bro. 872-222-7010. Patiently waiting. Absolutely. It's fun.
Unknown caller.
There we go.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Mr. Stradamus.
How are you?
There he is.
I'm doing wonderful.
Oh yeah, you the
or
ultimate...
at least I was before the game.
Oh, hold on. No, you should be in good spirits because you hate the Bears on the low. You should love this.
Yeah, no, I hate the Bears on the high, not on the low. I hate them on the high.
On the high. Question to you, man.
Yeah. No, because I'm sick of I can't completely wish their owner dead because I got a mother in her 80s, so therefore I believe in karma and shit. So I can't completely wish her dead. But I absolutely hate that fucking whiskey sponge, Virginia McCaskey and George McCaskey. Because I'm gonna tell you right now.
This is a pro fuck the McCaskey show, by the way. This is a pro fuck the McCaskey show.
Yeah. And that's what they own. Like ever since George McCaskey, he took over in 2011, but even I think he started to squeeze his way in a few years before. But ever since then, they have refused to draft or sign offensive linemen that are worth anything. Last offensive lineman they signed worth anything was John Tate. And that was in 2006. They had Tate, Reuben Brown, and Olin Kroops and like two other dudes. And that was the last the way they went to the Super Bowl. They refused to fucking really have an offensive line. But that's not even a point. Dude, I'm sick of the fucking Bears because the Bears stink. They stink like baby shit and they do it on purpose. They do just like the Reinsdorf and them do. They sit there, they leave fans hanging on the string, and they I don't care what you talk about. Like y'all sit there, y'all like, man, what's 11? Like, dude, what's 11 personnel and 12 and 13? Like, get the fuck out of here. All that stuff is just talk.
Absolutely.
I'm tired of y'all.
You know what? You know what, Sean? You know what, Sean? You know what, Sean? It's not talk.
Yeah.
It's not talk. It's football. And you don't know shit about football. You don't know shit about football, Sean. All you do is sit there and watch and bitch. You don't know shit about football.
Nigga, I'm telling you
right now. You don't know shit about football.
I know everything. I'm telling you right now. Like,
you don't know shit.
Real life.
Bro, you the same motherfucker that came and told me that 11 personnel was single back. Get your goofy ass out of here. You don't know shit about football. You ain't never put them pads on. Ever. You ain't never put the pads on, bro.
Let me tell you something. Niggas wasn't even running. Dude, the tight end set I created. I created that shit on Madden and then niggas around the world.
This nigga just said Madden, bro. You about to get hung up on, man. Come with some real shit on my show, bro. You gotta come with some real shit.
That's how cold I am.
Come with some real shit on my show, bro. I don't want to hear about Madden, bro. I don't want to hear about Madden, dog. Y'all come with some real shit on my show.
Thing, though. It's the same thing. Let me tell you why it's the same thing. Because John Madden himself said he created the game to teach fans. See, that's the problem with a lot of you meathead ass football heads, so to speak.
You can't use my meathead shit, bro. I got 10 plus years. I got 10 plus years coaching, and I got playing experience, bro. You don't know shit about
Let
football,
me
bro.
explain to you something.
You
I
can't come on
understand
my
you
show
play. Let me explain.
and tell
No,
me
but let me
that
explain
that
something.
11
I
personnel is
understand
single
you
back,
play.
bro. You can't tell me.
But let me explain to you something.
You
I'm
are
going to
a
explain
typical
to you
Bears
something.
fan sitting on your
No,
fucking
let me
couch.
explain you something.
and-
Let me explain
bro-
to you something that you don't understand, and a lot of football, basketball, baseball, a lot of people on TV don't understand. Which y'all, all these years, y'all have taught us how the game is, and you don't understand that there's a lot of good students out there. A lot of niggas are listening to y'all, and we understand exactly what the fuck you told us. So therefore, when you tell us something, I understand it. Like, you can't say we don't know something, and you sitting there like all the years you sit there and watch Shannon Sharp and all these other niggas. Like, we're sitting there listening to you. There are certain students of the game, including myself, who sit there and watch exactly what y'all say, and we listen to exactly what y'all say, and that's why we know what the fuck we talking about.
Then why do you,
But you like, man, you
then why-
ain't say
then-
no.
then
Nigga,
why-
you
then-
told me,
bro? Hey,
What's
man,
up?
bro, you sound
You told me
foolish
what's up.
right now.
and I listen.
You sound
You say what?
foolish right now. You the
How
same,
though?
bro.
How?
You the same guy that's
If
talking
you
about
tell
take the
me
hall.
something, I listen
You-
to it. How do I sound?
You talking about take the hall, but you still got to pay the quarterback. How you gonna do it, bro? How you gonna do
Guess
it?
what? You ain't have to pay Justin Fields, even though I personally think you could have paid him. But guess what? You didn't have to pay him.
Listen, man. This is
You
a,
didn't have.
this is a
Justin
fucking
Fields has 2 years.
this
Justin
is a
Fields
fucking
playing a
cultural
year right
thing.
now under Pittsburgh,
Cuz-
and
hey,
Pittsburgh has a.
Cause the call-in number
Pittsburgh
is
still has a
posted on the
fucking-
screen already, bro.
You say what?
No, I had somebody asking for the call-in number, but bro, you got to
Pittsburgh
understand
still
this.
has-
This is a
Pittsburgh
cultural
still has
thing,
the
bro.
number on them.
This is a cultural thing, bro. The Bears have traditionally been a smash mouth football team. It only works that way. I respect the new regime for even attempting to change that fucking narrative. I respect
But they
it.
didn't attempt to change that narrative, because guess what?
See, you
you
guys
don't
are
have to
fucking
be
retarded.
any other.
You guys are fucking retarded.
You can be in
This
the middle.
is an overhaul. This is a rebuild, bro. Everybody thinks that you were supposed to win the Super Bowl this year. You were stupid if you thought that.
Man,
In the
a rebuild don't take as long as a rebuild don't take as long as as they
Nigga,
tell you.
the
it takes.
Cleveland Browns been rebuilding for 40 years.
Yeah, because they've been selling their fans bullshit. Let me tell you something, dude.
You can't tell me shit,
the
Sean, because you don't know
Philadelphia
football.
The Philadelphia, finish. Hear me out. The Philadelphia Eagles went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl in 2017. Guess what? They was back in 2022, and they changed quarterbacks. And
What-
rebuilds don't take that goddamn long. The
Let me
Bears
tell-
have
let me-
convinced y'all
Let me tell you
take
why
that long.
you should listen
We
some more.
changed-
You should listen some more then. Football's, a lot of these
Yeah.
organizations have cultural flaws, bro. The Eagles
I
have
know.
always been able to put together good offensive lines.
Yeah, and that's yeah.
So,
My point exactly.
but what you're saying ain't wrong, but you're beating a dead horse. How are we going to change it this year, Sean?
You're not gonna change it this year, but I
Exactly.
told you last year before. No, I said it before. I said last year. I said this shit is not. This is an offensive line issue. I was like, if
Well,
you go out,
if it's hold on. This is how I know you don't pay a fucking attention. Because listen, who was top 5 in rushing the ball last year? The last 2 years.
The Bears.
This is a cultural
I
flaw.
don't care about rushing
We-
the football.
We
I'm
don't
talking
throw the
about
ball well, and we get a kid that comes in here with a shit show offensive line, shit show culture, goes 363 and 2 tutties. He is literally outperforming the
that
cultural flaw.
363. That 363 is fake.
Bro, the fucking numbers on
That
paper.
363 is fake.
See, this is that
And I'm
bullshit
gonna
I
tell
be
you why.
talking about, man. Get the fuck off my fucking line with this goofy
That
shit.
363
If you go look at the
man.
stat book, what does it say?
Nigga, 363
What does it
is fake.
say when you go
And
look
I'ma tell
in the
you-
stat book?
Like, let me tell you why 363 is fake.
See, no, fuck. I don't want to hear why.
tell you
You know
why
why? Because it's
363
real.
No,
When
let
I
me tell
go and look at the stats for the season, it's going to say 363, 2 tutties. That's what it's going to
That's
say.
why.
That's what it's going to
that's
say,
why
though.
Somebody like yourself. who
No.
claims to be a football
That's what it's going to say.
is
That's
supposed
what it's
to
going to
know
say,
the
though. That's what it's going to say,
No, but
right?
you're supposed to know the difference.
That's what it's going to
You're
say, though,
supposed to know
right?
the difference. No, but you're supposed to know the difference.
See, if your goofy
Because
ass would have tuned in
I've
sooner,
always
I
said-
explained the difference. But the numbers are the numbers, bro. The numbers
no,
are the numbers.
ain't the numbers. No, they're not. Let
See,
me explain.
you could
something
go
to
back to playing Madden with that goofy ass
numbers-
mindset of yours, bro.
Don't lie, but they
You
can
could go back to
manipulate.
playing Madden. Go design your tight end
No,
fucking formations
something.
on Madden like the rest of the meatheads. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Let me explain something to you. Numbers don't lie, but they can be manipulated. And I'm telling you this from a person who has a math degree. Numbers don't lie, but they can be manipulated. You can manipulate numbers to say anything you fucking want them to say. That 363, like last week. You know when the Bears got most of their...
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, then, Sean. Hey, Mr. Math Expert. Mr. Math Expert. I need you to manipulate the numbers in my bank account right now. Hook me up then, bro.
Exactly.
Hook me up.
But I'm telling you,
Hook me up. Because what's in my bank account is in my bank account, and 363 and 2 tutties is in the fucking stat book. So cut that bullshit out,
I'm
bro.
telling you right now, but if you watch
Cut
the
that
game,
bullshit out, Sean.
DS.
We couldn't. Listen, let me give you some other facts then, buddy. 2.2 yards a carry, 27 carries, 63 yards. Get the fuck out of here.
No, those numbers are real.
But those numbers are real. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're a fucking clown.
No,
let me tell you something. 33 completions, 11 yards a pop is real too. From a guy starting his third game in the fucking NFL. Third game, not third year. Third game. Cut that shit out, man. Cut that shit out, dog. Cut that shit out. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You can fan how you want to fan. You could get on here and troll and hate because I know you enjoy it. You could beat your dick with the Diddy brand baby oil all you want. But the numbers are the numbers. Cut that shit out, bro. How the numbers for the run game are true, but Caleb can't get a pass. Just say, bro, if you fuck with Justin Fields, that's fine. I fuck with Justin Fields.
Don't lie, but they manipulate. I told you that before, and you heard it right here.
I don't give a fuck what you told me because that shit is your opinion. It's not fact. But I'll tell you what is fact. I'll tell you what's fact, Sean. 363 and 2 touchdowns will go down in history. In the history books, it'll be there. This goofy ass logic you came up with, nobody cares about. So how do we build on the good performance?
I'll give you another one. The Bears ain't never had nobody throw for 4,000 yards to the season.
Bro, we've been saying that shit for the last 10 years, man. Tell me something I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. With our inability to not be able to run the ball, if you put this kid in shotgun, he'll throw for 4,000 yards. I'll put everything in my account on it.
No, and I believe he will. But what I'm telling you is the Bears ain't never had nobody throw for 4,000 yards, but Cutler threw for 4,500 the year before he got here.
So what is
the Bears don't want nobody to throw 4,500 yards. Is what they don't.
You
want.
have to
That's
understand.
About numbers being
we are saying the same shit. We are saying the same shit, but you're going around the river and through the woods to get there. This is a cultural flaw.
True.
This kid, Caleb, what I'm trying to tell you is this kid, Caleb Williams, has the ability to outperform the cultural flaw, which is going to force, listen, it's going to force their hands. Listen, no, hear me out.
Why he don't have the ability
Hear me the fuck out, bro. Michael Jordan, listen, Michael Jordan I'm not saying Caleb is no Michael Jordan, don't get me wrong. But let's use logic here. Let's use logic here, bro. Jordan outperformed the cocaine head Bulls. He outperformed that bullshit.
No.
Jordan outperformed that shit and he forced their hand. And they had to go get some talent around them. This shit is all documented facts, bro.
But they still wasn't winning until Phil Jackson got there.
Bingo. We're saying the same shit, bro. We are saying the same shit. You're not paying attention, though. You're not paying attention. We're saying the same shit, except I'm being more blunt about it. Eberflus got to get the fuck out of here. I didn't want him in the first place, bro. I didn't want him in the first place. See, you got to pay attention. I didn't want the guy in the first place. As a defensive coordinator, absolutely. As a head coach, he's a fucking deer in headlights. He's a fucking deer in headlights as a head coach. Now, we're saying the same shit, bro, but you are saying it as if the shit can change with the snap of a finger. We're stuck in purgatory. But what I'm seeing on the tape, and I go watch these all 22s and I bust this shit down just like the rest of the guys on YouTube. All the quarterback rules. Say that again?
You pay $89 a month for those all 22s.
No, I don't pay that much. You crazy.
So that's about, no, I'm saying like if you want like each game, I remember I used to pay back in 2015, 16, 17, I paid like $89 a year for, it wasn't a month, I take that back, it was a year. Like you say, I paid $89 a year and it was for the whole it was for 30 minutes of game tape every game in the league during the week. And you paid like $89, and it was for the whole, like all the games without.
No, I remember they used to really tax for it, but they got basically like say if you do like a one, like so it's like $39. It's like $39 now, but on the all 22, listen. I got somebody else I need to go in on real quick. Stay with me. Jabari, get the fuck out of here. Jabari, get the fuck out of here, bro. You love to just disagree and be the fucking devil's advocate. Devil's advocate these nuts, bro. You know what the fuck you seeing out there, bro. You know what the fuck you're seeing out there, bro. Cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit. We all know what this is. But what I don't want to happen, I got people on the internet, bro, saying wild shit about Caleb Williams, haven't even given the kid a chance, and we know he's in a shitty situation. Just like Mitch Trubisky was, just like Justin Fields was. However, this kid is going to be able to outperform the bullshit, and now you got a decision to make. Because if you know Caleb Williams and you know his dad, bro, they ain't settling for this bullshit, bro. They really damn near was on that Eli Manning shit, bro. So if this kid starts outperforming the bullshit, guess what? You're going to see Big Caleb in there talking about some, what's to this offensive line. That shit going to get louder and louder. And you'll lose this kid. And he'll go somewhere else and be a fucking all-pro every year. So what the Bears have to do is fix this cultural bullshit. Stop selling the fans all this fluff. I'm telling you, bro, we saying the same shit. But Eberflus has to fucking go. I don't even know why you keep the dude if you're going to draft a rookie quarterback. Made sense to keep him if you're going to keep Fields. Why would you draft a rookie quarterback and keep this fucking bozo around? And you know he's not going to perform. He's going to get fired. And don't be surprised, bro, if you see somebody Lincoln Riley-esque coaching the Bears next year, because now you got Caleb Williams. This ain't the same. He's not, I'm not going to say the kid's not humble, but that kid wants to be great and he really wants to win. He'll force that organization's hand. And that's why I'm glad he's a fucking Chicago Bear, because that's what we need. We need somebody that's going to force this organization's hand. He has the infrastructure in his personal life and professionally to do it, bro. This is the same motherfucker that was trying to get them to pay him different. He is no dummy.
Yeah.
So I'm telling y'all, this is what the doctor ordered to get rid of this bullshit we've been seeing at Hallis Hall for all these years. You can't fuck this one up. See, the Bears have never drafted a quarterback 1 overall. They traded up to get Trubisky. They got Justin Fields at pick 11. Rex Grossman was like pick 20-something. Who knows? The rest of the guys are just fucking bums. I can name you so many bum-ass Bears quarterbacks. We ain't got to. That's a whole nother show. But this guy was... To me,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think the Bears. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The way the 49ers built their team, that's the way I wanted the Bears to build their team. Fuck the quarterback.
But
I wanted them to build with the. I wanted them to stack the roster. I wanted them to go out and get Joe Alt. I want them to.
No. I understand what you're
Because when
saying,
you
bro.
do stuff like that, when you build a team like that, like to me, that pretty much shows why dude is not as cold a coach as they try to say he is.
But bingo. You just said it. You just said it yourself right now. You would have went and got all those guys, right? And Eberflus still would have been in charge.
I don't care, but
Eberflus would have still been in charge. Nobody he could have drafted, bro, would have been in that building the way Caleb's team will be in that building. Like, hey, we got to fix this shit. I'm telling you. You gotta take the motherfucking medicine with the applesauce sometimes. This ain't one of them situations. Now I get it. Like, my whole thing is this: if you're gonna keep Eberflus, then keep Fields, get the Hall, but you still dealing with the same shit. Who the fuck is gonna try to develop this kid, bro? You talking about they coached 3 years. They coached 3 years worth of bad habits into Justin Fields, bro.
Yeah.
Now I was on the Kingsbury train. I was on the same on board with you there with that. I was on board there. Hold on, I got a comment in here. I got to get going. Here we go. But
man, go on here. Those calls, man.
No. I ain't got nobody hitting the phone lines yet, man. I need you to hang in there. But we saying a lot of the same stuff, bro. I'm just, bro, I've been a part of football locker rooms, in the pads, with the clipboard for a very long time. It's frustrating as hell to go out there on Sunday and the shit just not clicking. But for the Bears organization, it just feels like the shit hasn't been clicking for decades, right?
For years.
We as a fan base, we're hungry. We're ready to win now. But I'm telling you,
makes no sense. It makes no sense for it to not click in football. Football is the easiest sport to win.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. Because football is the one sport.
If you build it right, football is the easiest sport
absolutely
to win in.
Fucking not, bro. Hell no.
Coach.
Hell no, bro.
No, football is the easiest.
Absolutely
I play
not,
baseball.
Man.
Baseball is hard.
I don't ever agree with you, Jabari. Get the fuck out of here, Jabari. You could sign off for the day, Jabari. You be on some bullshit.
Basketball is one of those sports where you just sit there, and if you don't have the best talent, you're not gonna win. Period. That's how basketball is.
That's bullshit. Because that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because let me prove to you. Let me prove to you why that's a fucking contradiction. Let's go Exhibit A, the Kansas City Chiefs. They have the best they have the best coach in football. They have the best quarterback in football. They have the best tight end in football. And they have the best defensive tackle in football. Oh, guess what else they have? Guess what else they have? Guess what else they have? They have the best center. They have the best center in football.
Where'd they get drafted at?
They have. What are you talking about?
No, explain to me where they got drafted at. That's why it's easier to win in football. Because all these people, they got the best, this, that, the other, and you're 1,000% correct at all the people they got the best at. But where'd they draft those people at?
Well,
none of those guys get number one overall. That's why
all of those guys I mentioned the first round picks, though. All of those guys I mentioned, every last one of those guys I mentioned, with the exception of Kelsey, were first round picks. With the exception of Travis Kelsey. With the exception of Travis Kelsey, they were all first rounders, bro.
No, but what's the name?
Matter of fact, hold on. I got a comment I need to post. Great scouting. Guess who was one of the scouts? Ryan Poles was one of the scouts. The reason why the 49ers are so good is because they hit on these late round picks. They have hitting, bro. They be hit. Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. Brock
And that's
Purdy
why I
was
said the
literally
Bears
Mr.
drafted-
Irrelevant, bro.
That's why I said the Bears didn't need Caleb Williams.
You're not understanding.
They didn't need Caleb Williams
Yeah.
because that Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. All you had to do was go out and draft Joe Alt and Marvin Jr.
Dude,
and then
you would have had Joe Alt getting coached by Chris Morgan. He would have turned Joe Alt into fucking I know you remember this name, Colombo.
Bart
He would have
Colombo.
he would have turned Joe Alt into
He got
Mark
drafted
Colombo,
2001.
bro.
I remember that name.
He would have turned Joe Alt into Colombo. Bro, you have one of the worst offensive line coaches in the league. You have a deer in headlights head coach. You have an offensive coordinator who's trying to figure out how to make something work with mediocre offensive linemen and a mediocre offensive line coach who can't get it done, man. So bro, the main thing is this. Everything starts from the top down. At least I'm not even saying front office. These teams that we're talking about, the Chiefs, the 49ers, they have arguably the best head coaches in the league. You don't have a guy from the Shane Waldron is from the Shanahan tree. No, excuse me, he's from the McVay tree. But
I wanted,
but
I told you I wanted from John.
You have Kyle Shanahan in San Fran, bro. He's getting that shit straight from the source. He's getting that shit straight from daddy. Andy Reid.
I wanted Harbaugh.
Andy Reid. Absolutely. I was 100,000% on board to get. Why don't you bring Jim Harbaugh? He played for the Bears. He just came.
Exactly.
He's been in the Midwest. You go get him. Look what he's doing with even though they lost to the Steelers today. And about those Steelers.
They lost to a real coach. They lost to
But hear this though. This is why this is why you gotta be careful who you get your information from, because dude, Mike Tomlin, the Steelers fan base has been calling for his head for 3 years straight. Yeah. McVay is off the McVay is also, so everything comes from this Shanahan tree. A lot of this successful offensive football, we post that comment. The homie Gavin is right. McVay is off the Shanahan tree. So you get Waldron that's off the McVay tree. So it's all still the Shanahan tree, bro. But so you got these coaching trees coming in the NFL, man. You know what? Like the further you get away from the roots, you know what I'm saying? Of the tree, the more rotten the fruit is. You feel what I'm saying? The further away you get away from the roots. That's why Matt Nagy from the Andy Reid tree, he was the runt in the litter. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's just a whole lot that goes into this shit, man. Like we're talking about the Steelers. Dude, Kenny Pickett looked terrible. And they still found a way to win because the Steelers find a way to win. But they were calling for Mike. They were calling for his head, though. They wanted him fired. Like, how do you want one of the most successful coaches ever fired? What? Of course. That's a whole nother episode.
What's his name never had that long of a what's his name? Bill Cowher never had that long of a winning streak.
Nope.
And they wasn't looking for his head. That's what I'm saying. Like Bill Cowher was that coach from 90 to 2005. And he went to the Super Bowl twice, just like Tomlin. And he never had this, like, man, wasn't nobody honoring Pittsburgh. Like, Pittsburgh is just spoiled ass brats. Because at the end of the day, I'm watching Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, when they have Bubby Brister and shit, I'm like, you get the fuck. And Neil O'Donnell.
Yep.
Bubby Brister and Neil O'Donnell. Wasn't nobody honoring them. Nobody was honoring them.
Listen,
and like
man,
right now, they sit there like, man, like who the fuck?
The Steelers fans are spoiled rotten, bro. They spoiled rotten.
Yeah, like you ain't one of those. You don't
I tell you this.
Like Mason Rudolph. Like, man, get the fuck.
Please.
You lucky Mason Rudolph get punched in his jaw.
All right, man. This ain't a Steelers show though, man. We gonna cut that shit off. We gonna cut that shit out. Enough Steelers talk. However, but that's a whole nother show about why they want him fired. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you got the most black head coaches in the league there's ever been, and the most black quarterbacks there's ever been. Now, the racist aspect of it is going to always be there because of where the money comes from. We just know that. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, you can't deny the talent. Look at DeMeco Ryans, look at Tomlin, look at all these talented black head coaches, look at all these talented black quarterbacks. You can't deny it. You can't keep us. You only going to be able to keep us down so long. That's just our people in a nutshell. But what I want to say is this, man. I need the Bears fans to understand and be patient. For me, this season is only about one thing. I just want to see Caleb Williams develop. That's all I want to see. Because you still got too many holes on this roster. I don't know what everybody expected. I will be listening to the score, listening to ESPN, going on the internet, going on YouTube, listening to all these people talk football. Oh, the Bears are ready to win. We're ready to win now. I said, how? How you ready to win and your head coach is a joke? How you ready to win your offensive line is a joke? How you ready to win if your offensive coordinator?
They won 7 games last year, and they swear Caleb Williams is 10 times better than Justin Fields. So that's why they're saying that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I have no patience. And I'm going to tell you why I have no patience.
That's a you problem.
Because I set up and watched. The whole reason I started pulling for the Bears, rooting for the Bears, is because my brother and my uncle, who are both dead right now. And the Bears are a team just like the Sox and the Cubs. All those teams, they just be begging you. You're like, man, give me time. No, fuck that. I don't have time no more.
This is a very simple solution for you then, bro. You got to find another team.
Exactly. And that's what I'm putting. Because they just buying, and that's why it makes me mad. Because the Bears are about buying time.
See,
they're just about
here's the difference.
It's like a 3-card money scam is what they're running. They're like, man, give me some more.
And this is for me. This is why I'm always pro player over the organization. I'm pro players, bro. I want to see Caleb Williams succeed and buck the trends, bro. I want him to throw for 4,000 yards. I want him to be that franchise quarterback that we've been searching for forever. Because if he is, then guess what? You can't lie to the fan base no more. You can't lie to the fan base no more. You can't say, oh, he wasn't the guy. The kid goes out, throws for 363 and 2 touchdowns with a turnstile offensive line. He's been sacked 14 times in 3 games. The pressures are astronomical. I don't even want to put the number there. And the hurries are astronomical. I don't even want to put the number there. The kid is figuring it out. It's like he's in the middle of a shootout with a revolver, and everybody got switches, and he's still finding a way to get some shots off. He's like, okay, I'm gonna survive this shootout, but when I do, I got receivers, but this offensive line shit, this ain't gonna work. This bullshit coaching staff is not going to work. That kid would literally find a way to get an offensive head coach in the Hallis Hall. They will not be able to lie to this kid, bro. And if they can't lie to him, they can't lie to us. He's that kind of guy.
True.
That's what we've been needing. That's why you go and get that kid 1 overall. So now we can't blame the talent. Bro, we got Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, Caleb Williams, and one of the worst coached, worst developed offensive line ever. You can't lie to us no more. Even if Ryan Poles ultimately can't figure out this offensive line, guess what? He gets fired, but we still got Cole Kmet, Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze. You know what I'm saying? We still got a good infrastructure. I'm telling you, bro, this is exactly the shot in the arm the Bears organization needs. Justin he tried to voice his opinion a little bit. Oh man, you can't read a defense. Well, Caleb could read a defense. The interceptions he's throwing is literally because he's pressing. All rookie quarterbacks do it. Look at it. Look at what's the kid from the Colts today. Man, he was Anthony Richardson serving up interceptions left and right. Jabari, bro. Jabari, bro, you are a fucking crybaby, dog. Why are you always whining and sighing on my fucking stream? Say it with your chest, dog. What exactly do you want to see? What do you want to see, Jabari? Because I'm sick of the fucking bitching and whining from these Bears fans, dog. We finally got a guy in Hallis Hall that if he's good, and he will be, is going to be like, fuck this shit. Y'all better put some fucking talent and some coaching around me, or it's a wrap. I'm out of here. He will. Right. He will absolutely, bro. Just sign off, Jabari. Get the fuck off my stream, bro. You're starting to piss me off, man. You're starting to piss me off with this condescending bullshit, bro. Stop being passive aggressive, bro. I'm a fighter. I'm a shooter. I'm a cusser. Don't fuck with me. Fuck these fucking bullshit ass Bears fans that want to see a Super Bowl with a shit show offensive line. You damn right ain't no debating with me because you ain't never put them pads on and you ain't never held a clipboard. Go play college football, dog. I'll bust your ass in that too if you want smoke. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, I don't baby these fucking Bears fans, bro. I don't baby these Bears fans, bro. I know what the fuck I'm seeing. We've been asking for this type of shit for the longest time. You go and get these mid-round guys. You go and get these guys you wasn't supposed to draft high in the first place, and they can't say shit. You drafted Caleb Williams first overall. You failed. You cannot fail him. You cannot fail him. Let him fail him. If he ain't good enough, he just ain't good enough. But that's not what I'm seeing on the film. That is not what I'm seeing on the film. The kid is processing. He knows how to read. He's ahead of schedule where it counts. He got it where it counts. Just got to be patient. You got to be patient.
I had no problem with him as a person, but I personally feel like that the Bears should have drafted Joe Alt and Marvin Harrison Jr. Because I felt like the same way you feel about their coaching staff right now was the same way last year with the
Jabari,
same coaching staff.
Shut the fuck up, Jabari.
I'm like,
as a matter of fact,
like,
hey, Sean, let's get Jabari back on the line, bro. Because he's doing this passive-aggressive gay shit. We going to get him back on the line, bro. I'm going to actually dial out to him. This is how we going to do this. Hey, I appreciate the call, Sean. This is what we do on this show. We don't do no smoke ducking on this show. This is the only show on the internet where we'll call you.
No, don't call me.
No. We don't duck no smoke, Jabari. We don't duck no smoke, Jabari.
No. You just agreed with me. Don't call me.
You just agreed with me just to go and tuck your tail. You just agreed with me just to go and tuck your tail. We don't do that, Jabari. Come on, say it with your chest, bro.
Hey, you don't even know what I disagree, bro. So you too busy.
Say it with your chest, bro. What do you want as a Bears fan? I'm giving you the floor, bro. I'm giving you the floor. What do you want?
I'm not yelling. I don't care who you are.
I'm giving you the floor.
If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. I'm good.
What do you want as a Bears fan?
I'm good. No, nothing. I told you nothing. That means I'm not arguing with you. That means you got it. You have to understand.
Damn right, I got it, Jabari. You know why I got it? Because I have it. Because I have it, bro. Because I have it. Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So why are we talking?
You were in the comments, spamming the comments. What is it you want to see? Bro, I'm not here to argue, bro. What do you want to see? What do you want to see as a Bears fan? You have the floor.
I already told you. When I called earlier, what did I say?
Say it again for the people that's listening, bro. What do you want as a Bears fan?
The same thing that you said. I understand that the expectations out the gate. When I first found out that we traded Justin Fields, I was hurt by that. But I understood at that moment, I'm not expecting Super Bowl from the Bears fans, from the Bears organization, especially when that draft came and they didn't draft not one single motherfucking offensive lineman.
That let me know.
That let me know when they traded their fifth rounder. Listen, hold on.
That's what I'm
When they
saying,
traded
Jabari.
when they traded that 5th round pick for Ryan Bates,
He's fucking trash too.
I knew that. I said, I don't know what Ryan Poles sees in Ryan Bates other than they share the same first name. I don't know what
He's been
sees
trying to
in
get
him,
that dude for
but
2
okay.
years, and he's a backup, bro.
And then got Coleman Shelton from the Rams.
Trash.
And I'm like, all right, okay, cool. I'm being patient. In all season, I'm seeing it. I'm like, okay, I'm being patient. Y'all got Swift. Y'all got Keenan Allen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got Gerald Everett. Okay, I'm being patient. I'm pretty much okay, y'all finna draft Caleb. You know what I'm saying? They talking this shit. And it's not just on Facebook. Like, Twitter is horrible. Like, the arguments that they have back and forth on Twitter in regards to Fields and Caleb and the whole Bears conversation, like, it basically split the fan base down the middle. Like, it was basically
that's what
you know
trolling. That's what trolling is all about, bro.
And so I see it, and I'm like, okay, look,
these same trolls can't even tell you what they want as a fan, bro. They can't even tell you what they want.
What I say is the main thing that I said earlier in the comments. I said that's why I don't even argue with people who don't understand. That's what I'm telling you, because you are you know what I'm saying, you do your thing. You're very passionate about this. And knowing how passionate you are about this is the same thing the way I am with music and where you are in music. There's still conversations I don't need to have with people. So I'm not going to even waste my energy on those people.
For sure. But
here's
the thing, bro. This is where we have those conversations. This is where we had those. I don't care if they're irrational conversations. This is where we have them. After the games, that's it, bro. It's a post-game reaction show. That's why we have.
I hear you. What I'm saying is, listen. What I'm saying is that I understand the reaction show, but the only thing that I'm going to say is that when you react versus, like, if I try to react, your reaction is going to be bigger than mine. Your reaction is going to be because you play the game, you passionate, you've been in the trenches like this before. You've been doing this for your whole life. So anything that I might have to say that comes off a little, like you say, condescending, you going in on me.
I go in on everybody, though.
Okay, so
this ain't personal. Hold on. Listen to the music. Listen to the music, bro. Listen to the music. This ain't personal. If you call in, if you get in my comments and you call in, I might snap on you. That's kind of a disclaimer, y'all. You might get cooked.
Okay, so guess what?
You might get cooked if you leave a goofy comment. Not even saying
okay, but you did. You basically said that. So what's the point of the bro?
This is the point I'm trying to make about your whole mindset, Jabari. Stop riding the fence, dog. You gotta, hey, bro.
Ain't nobody riding no Jeep, bro. Ain't nobody riding no damn fence.
You said you agree with me. You said you agree with me earlier, but then you get in the comments and you like, I don't know. Bro, we saying the same thing.
Do you know? Okay, but here's the thing, though. You gotta understand. First of all, the comments it's on a delay. So as of right now on the phone, it's maybe 10 seconds after this, they'll get it on the feed. So there's a delay. You don't even know what I'm disagreeing with. That's the whole point of transfer. You don't even know what I'm disagreeing with. You just saw I disagree, and you just went in.
Now that you're on the call, what do you disagree with? What is your
the one thing that I did disagree with, and it wasn't a matter of saying that you're wrong and I'm right. I said I was disagreeing with the fact that if the Bears decided to keep Justin Fields and to trade that Hall, there was a chance that they could have drafted better to fill in the spots on the trench, especially on the line.
Oh no!
There were chances there.
Listen, but when
Sean said.
No, Bo, I get what you and Sean are talking about. I get that, bro. But guess what? Y'all hated Luke Getsy's guts, right?
Of course.
He would have been here. He would have still been here, bro.
No. All I'm saying is, if the situation where Luke Getsy, he got fired, and let's just say they bring in Sean Waldron, and they still decide to keep Justin Fields, even after they sign Keenan and Swift and everybody like that. If they would have got a haul for that first pick, they would have got a bigger haul, and you still could have had either Marvin Harrison Jr. or Rome Odunze at number 9, but you definitely would have got more picks for that number 1 slot. You don't know what could happen. So what I'm saying is,
That's
you saying that,
bro. That's speculation. I don't
But that way I'm thinking.
I don't
but
deal
the thing
in
is,
the false sense of reality, bro. The reality is
but
this.
that's not a false sense of reality,
the
sir.
reality
That's not
is
a false
who-
sense of reality.
What's the reality,
At that time, it was
the
unsure.
reality is we have Caleb Williams. Now, what are you going to do with him?
Again, I'm not disagreeing
Everybody's
with you.
talking about the haul. We didn't take the haul. It's over with. We didn't take the haul.
But we can still disagree about it.
That's
you can't,
fine.
You can't
bro,
yeah, it's not fine though.
We're talking about the Bears losing to the Colts today. We're not talking about the draft.
Bruh, I didn't bring up the draft. Somebody else brought the draft up. It was you on the shot. And I'm just commenting.
And I cooked his ass for bringing up the draft because it holds no credence right now. But
he has his point about why he feels the way that he feels. And the thing is, I see your point, and I can see some of his point.
But I get that.
I say,
because you said it best. Because you just said it best. It's over. Move on. People still want to beat a dead horse and live in the past. It's a wrap.
It's not even beating a dead horse. It's just saying, hey, you know what? I disagree, but guess what? And
guess what? The fucking Portland Trailblazers are still mad that they took Sam Bowie.
It is what it is.
Touche. Too bad. You didn't take him. You live with the results. However,
it is what it is.
However, we got a guy who is capable of outplaying the cultural flaws.
I agree with you. I don't disagree with you on that.
Why are we still talking about the haul, bro?
Nobody's talking about the haul, but the mere mention of it sets you off. So guess what? You let us know what you want to talk about.
The haul.
That's how we do.
Bro, I said it all fucking last year what we should have done. But y'all don't want to have the tough conversations. The haul comes with an overhaul.
I can hear the thing.
Listen, everybody was talking about the haul. No, the haul comes with an overhaul. You can't take the haul and keep this fucking head coach. Or you can't draft a rookie quarterback and keep this same fucking head coach, bro.
And guess what? It's done. It's over with.
So I'm living
somebody else
exactly. And I'm sitting. That's why I'm living in the now. I see a kid go out there and throw for 363, 2 tutties, 2 interceptions in his 3rd game ever in the NFL. I'm saying, I see that, and I'm like, okay. Despite all the bullshit this Bears organization has going on, this guy is still finding a way to make plays, and he's developing despite the dysfunction.
Agreed.
We on the same page, bro. But
okay, bro. So here's the thing: when we're on the same page, it's cool. But then, like I said, if I mention something, or if I say, I don't necessarily agree with that, it's not about the fact that we can disagree and be like we can talk about it. We're not talking about it at that point. There's no talking. There's no conversation. There's none of that. It's basically you doubling down, stumping on motherfucking straight Donkey Kong Savage on your opinion, and that's it. That's it.
That's why it's my show.
Okay, so guess what? Cool, you got it. I know that if there's something I'm thinking about or I'm feeling that might be different from you,
now, okay. So how about this though? How about this though? I'll take all the emotion and all that shit out of it. Let's do analytics. Let's do the stats. Let's do the X's and O's. The haul would have failed too.
It could have failed. It would have failed maybe. We don't know. I'm not even. My thing is, if I'm looking at it and I'm looking at what's going on right now, you can't tell me that we would have been if everything would have been going as way as it is, and we would have had a few more pieces on the offensive line, and we had Shane Waldron in here, and you're dealing with a 4th-year quarterback that's basically doing pretty good so far.
And wrong answer. You know why? You know why? Because guess what? You would have been fucking Justin Fields over once again, Diddy style with the baby oil. You taking the kid and making him learn his 3rd offense in 4 years. How the fuck can he develop, bro?
What do you think he's doing right now, though?
What are you talking about?
He learned the new offense. It just happens to be from a former head coach who actually knows how to run offense. He's not a great head coach.
But listen, you got to hear me, bro. Listen and pay attention, please. The expectations for Justin Fields were removed.
Oh, of course, yeah, because now
he goes to Pittsburgh. And he's the backup now.
Exactly.
So now all the pressure is off. He could get coached. He could get developed with no expectations. In Chicago, and you're in Chicago. You're the 11th overall pick. You had to learn Nagy's offense. You learned Getsy's offense, and now you will have to learn Shane Waldron's offense. Bro, you would have put that. You would have took that, bro. If you were going to listen. All right, I'm gonna give you a scenario. If you're gonna take the Hall, the best thing to do would have been promote Getsy to fucking head coach.
Hell no. He was gone. He was gone from the jump. And the thing is,
if you're gonna take the Hall, you're gonna ruin Justin Fields no matter what, putting him in the third offense in 4 years. They just ruined the kid. And that just shit happens in the NFL, bro. It happens.
I get it.
Bro, look at Kenny Pickett right now. Kenny Pickett was a first-round pick in fucking Pittsburgh, and they stunk it up, now that kid's backing up somebody somewhere.
Because first of all, he should have been a first-round pick.
But listen, it don't matter what should have happened. It did happen. If you're a first-round quarterback, you're expected to be good. Teams spend a first-round pick on the quarterback, they're taking a chance on a franchise quarterback. So if you fail, bro, it just is what it is. Look at Sam Darnold, right? Sometimes you got to fail and you got to fall. You got to fade into obscurity, and then you get that right situation. That's all that's happening with Justin, bro. That's all that's happening with Justin. But Mike Tomlin insulated Justin. He protected him. Hey, he says a lot of meat on that bone, but we're going to bring him along slowly. I'm telling you.
We're both looking at these as players. We're both looking at the same thing. We connect with the players. We understand that the way that Justin, when he got drafted, and basically what the Bears quarterback room was looking like a month or two before he got drafted, everybody in the Bears fan base was upset when we got Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. We was all like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And then we adjusted, the whole city lit up. You know what I'm saying? So we all excited for Justin. He's basically the only highlight reel we have his whole time here. So when your players is basically chanting Justin Fields like come back, and all the teammates are saying this, we're all looking at the same thing like, man, run this back. Change the narrative. Change the cycle. Stop pushing us to this same cycle where we get a new quarterback, and then we get a new head coach, and then we repeat the cycle.
Newsflash, Jabari.
At a certain point, it's like
everything you're saying is true, bro. But this is the NFL, bro. This is the NFL. This is the cream of the crop, the top of the top. And if you're picking the quarterback high, that means you suck. And if that means you suck, chances are your coach sucks. That means your talent development and all of that, your scouting sucks. Everything sucks. That's why you're trying to find that guy that could get in and be good despite all the bullshit, because guess what? If the guy is good, if the quarterback is good, the NFL is a quarterback-driven league. If the quarterback can survive the dysfunction, then he can force ownership's hand. And that's why I like this situation. Because guess what? If Caleb Williams goes out here, and if at this rate, if they let him throw the ball 52 times a game, which, hey, me and you agree, that's crazy. For a rookie quarterback, that's a crazy number. But when you can't run the ball, you got to do it. So at this rate, the kid will pass for over 4,000 yards. And he can now go into Hallis Hall. He might not do it, but I'll tell you his dad will. His dad will go into Hallis Hall and be like, hey, we need some changes, or we not signing back.
And like I said, I'm cool with that. The one thing I'm trying to tell you is that when you're reacting to people that don't even see it from that perspective, it's really just a waste of time.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's my job.
really-
It's my job to cook them. This is the internet, bro. It's my job to cook them.
oh, okay. Well, that's what I said. So when we agree, like I said, okay, cool. If
Cue the
you-
music.
if that's your job,
Cue the music. It's my job to cook them, bro. It's
if
just that
that's,
simple.
if that's your job, then that's what you do. I understand that, and I get it because I do that from a creative place. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I respect it. So it's just a matter of, look, I'm on your side. I understand it. I'm with you. I can also be like, I see it from this perspective too. So when I see it from a different perspective, I'm not automatically, you call me a meathead all shit. Motherfucker, hey, this ain't that.
I call everybody a meathead. I don't give a fuck. That's why this show is the greatest show on the internet. Because we don't give a fuck here. You're a meathead.
I see.
If I get it wrong, I'm a meathead. But guess what? I can't be wrong because this is my show.
Oh,
Cue the music. All right.
Get
cut the
away with
music.
everybody.
However, this is all entertainment at the end of the day, man. And right now, all I'm saying is this, man. You draft a kid first overall. And he hits, everything changes. I promise you. Look what happened with Peyton Manning. That Colts team Peyton Manning went to was god awful. Offensive line, trash. Offensive line, trash. Defensive line, trash. Trash all over the field, right? Peyton Manning goes out there and finds a way to learn and figure it out. And it still wasn't pretty. But you knew what you had. Like, oh no, this kid's going to be good. After that, oh, magically, they get an offensive line. Oh, magically, the coaching is good. Oh, magically, they get a defense. Oh, magically, they win a Super Bowl.
That's maybe why he won them 18 there.
That's why, it ain't, bro, it ain't no coincidence why he wearing that 18, bro.
Yeah, maybe that's why he chose 18.
Caleb Williams is going to survive the Bears' inferiority. And when he does, you'll get the change you want to see at Hallis Hall, because if your quarterback is good and you suck, heads are going to roll. Even the McCaskey's dumbass got to do something about that.
Pretty much.
Hey, here we go. Greatness resets culture. And right now, that's the Bears' culture. Price is Right horns. But I'm telling you, greatness resets culture. Every time you get that one guy, look at the Cavs and LeBron, bro. The Cavs were a fucking laughingstock. They get LeBron James, now they're in the conversation every year because he's not going to let them off the hook. You want me to stay here? I need a competent coach. I need competent supporting cast, or I'm out of here. And if he's out of here, then the money is out of there. See, as a Bears fan, y'all got to be willing to take years off too. I would say this. In the late 90s, bro, I took some years off. I watched from afar and I ain't say nothing because I knew it was trash. When I seen Lemuel Stinson holding a box of lemon heads, I was like, nah, I'm cool on the Bears for a minute. I'm going to just be an NFL fan for a while. And
I went to that period.
Every fan should go through it. Like, you have to, man. Like, that diehard fan shit, man, that'll run your pressure up. Y'all got to be careful.
That's what I did. That's what happened this offseason. When they traded Justin Fields, I was like, you know what? I see myself, I'm taking this too serious now. So I'm just going to sit back and watch. They win, cool. If they lose, cool. What am I seeing? I'm not going to even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not invested in the team no more. And the thing is, I'm okay with that.
It happens like,
it
happens like that sometimes, man. Like, think about it. Think about how you felt. And I get it for the Bears fans who were really tuned in and connected with Justin Fields. And how the Bulls fans felt when they traded Derrick Rose.
Right.
You have to, I think everybody in Chicago took a step back. The meatheads that go to the game, bro, they're going to go to the game no matter what because they just want to hang out. The real fans typically are the people who can't even afford to go to the games on a regular basis. That's the real fan base that buy the jerseys, that buy all that. Man, the people, bro, half of the damn seats, man, especially like in the box seats and stuff, man. The companies are buying that shit out for gifts for people who work for them and stuff like that, man.
Right.
A lot of these people that go to the games ain't the real fans. So the real fans are the people who've been down by law for as long as they live. And you got to take some time off when your team suck, bro. You got to love them from a distance. But this is one of those.
That's what I did here.
Hey, that's fine. But I'm telling you, Caleb Williams, he is going to be a culture changer. Hey, when I figure this shit out, and I will, because every week you see it clicking more and more every week. Every week you see it clicking more and more. He gonna have another good game next week. And by week 8, that kid gonna be humming, bro. I see him making his checks and calls at the line of scrimmage, and I was like, wow, he's seeing stuff that the Bears coached out of Justin Fields. Because he was doing that shit at Ohio State.
Yep.
So the difference is with Justin at Ohio State, you go from, even Caleb didn't have it like that in college. Justin goes to Ohio State. First he goes to Georgia, and for whatever dumbass reason, they start a kid that's not even in the league over him anymore. Then he goes to Ohio State. You got one of the best offensive lines, the best defense, the best skill guys. I hope you good. If you got talent, I hope you could get it done. And then you come to a team like the Bears where it stinks, and you are literally trying to figure your way out of hell. And they ain't doing you no favors trying to help you get out of hell.
At all.
Every now and then you get these people that come around, bro, and they figure it out despite being in hell. If you watch Caleb Williams at SC last year, that offensive line was trash.
Yeah, that defense was trash.
Defense was trash. He's throwing to a 6th and 7th round pick. When he had a first round receiver, he won the Heisman. So I'm telling you, we get this kid some time. I think everybody's willing to give him some time. I hope you are. Get a kid some time. You gave
the thing is,
we gave Justin 3 years.
I want to give him some time, and a big part of that is that, okay, you had a number 1 pick. If you worth the number 1 pick, I gotta give you some time. And the thing is, not only that, you won the Heisman. So it wasn't like you was a fluke. Zach Wilson was number 2, and I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, well, I don't see this. But
hey,
okay, you win the Heisman. Okay,
that kid Zach Wilson goes to the combine, throws the ball 60 yards on the run. Everybody salivating over him. He sucked. But guess what? Guess what though? You go to a team that just ruins quarterbacks perpetually like the Bears do. You go to the Jets. You can't fool the people no more. You're on the Jets. Zach Wilson, Guess what? You get to go to the Jets. Now we're going to see all that shit you did at the combine ain't going to matter when ain't nobody blocking. You ain't got that many skill guys. You wasn't that good to begin with. You're going to get exposed. Caleb has been playing with subpar offensive line, shitty defense, mediocre skill guys, and getting shit done. So now that he has these weapons, we got to get the timing down. But once that shit clicks, bro, that kid is going to be able to throw his nuts around Hallis Hall like, hey, fuck this guy coaching. Hey, we need a better scheme. Hey, y'all got to block for me or I ain't resigning. Fuck this shit. Like, he's going to be able to let his nuts hang. Now,
which is why he got the guaranteed money.
You feel me? He going to be able to let his nuts hang, bro. And if you got a good quarterback, you can't let him walk out the door because he wanted you to get better as an organization. Now we can't show up to Soldier Field or nowhere else they play. We can't buy no tickets. We can't buy no merch. That shit over with if you ruin this kid. And that's why this is, for me, I like that Ryan Poles put this type of pressure on the organization, drafting this kid number 1 overall. Bro, the Chicago Bears way and it has been for years, has always been to take the haul. That's been the mindset. Take the haul. No. We're good. We can compete. We're good enough to we'll make the playoffs maybe. Take the haul. That's been the mindset. At least Ryan Poles, even though he can't figure out this offensive line shit, and for me, it's just an unwillingness to just literally spend the resources and the talent on it. If you got the money and you got the high draft capital and your scouting department is good, bro, you should be able to fix the offensive line. Like the type of dogs that you can draft in the first round and shit, like bro, it's unacceptable for the Bears to continue to do the Bears type of things. And even Ryan Poles has been guilty of it. Like his first draft was DBs. He gets out, mind you, they're starting and they're thriving. But when have the Bears not ever been able to draft defense and make it work? That's what they do well. Like every organization has their niche. The Bears gonna be able to put a defense together in their sleep, no matter what. Guys who were bums on other teams come to the Bears and revive their career. Remember a guy named Akeem Hicks? He was a cast off from the Saints and the Patriots, comes to the Bears, and he turns into a damn demon. They gonna always figure out a way to find a running back and put a defense together. But that ain't gonna win you no championships, bro. Every time, bro, like every few years, you get an elite defense that'll slip through the cracks here and there and win one. But most of the time, bro, you see how many times you saw Brady in the Super Bowl? How many times you see him Mahomes there? It ain't rocket science, bro. It's done at that quarterback position. And I like that we're taking the risk. It's gonna be frustrating as hell as a Bears fan to watch this shit some weeks. But when it starts to click, watch out, man. Watch out.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, I'll be sitting there, whether we win or lose, with the same straight face until I see it. It ain't gonna be like a prove it to me. It's just like, okay, I already know what to expect.
Hey, man.
I'm not gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. You know, I don't expect Super Bowl.
Bro, the national media does this same bullshit every year. They do the same bullshit every year, bro. This time it was the Bears' turn, bro. They usually shitting on us every year.
Yeah.
But we get Caleb Williams, and everybody knows the cloth that kid is cut from, bro. That's why they dump these expectations on us. You feel me? They like, oh, y'all got Caleb Williams. Oh, Super Bowl or bust. Nick Wright, stupid ass with that big ass nose. Super Bowl or bust. Bro, he's still a rookie. Yeah, Super Bowl in maybe 2, 3, 4 years, maybe. Hey, man, I just want to get to the playoffs, man. Can we start there? What J May say? Hey, let's start there. Let's get to the playoffs, bro. Let's have a team. Let's at least go 500. Can we get to 8-8? Motherfucker got to throw the Super Bowl expectations on our neck, on our backs. Now, when the kid needs time to develop behind a shit ass offensive line, oh, Caleb Williams sucks. No, he don't. Just look at the progression from week 1 to week 3.
And the thing is, you're going to get that from people who don't understand that they don't see the bigger picture. You're going to get that,
bro. That's what I'm not saying that. We're getting this from the national media that get paid very handsomely to go out here and lie to people.
Exactly. So whatever lie they can tell to get that attention, that retweet, that repost, they're going to say.
But you got people, like you said, bro, people are running with that shit, and that's not realistic, bro. That is not realistic.
At all.
It's not realistic, man. But man, bro, appreciate you. We had to simmer down a little bit, but you know me, man, I'm always turned. I ain't never simmering down. We gonna keep this. Hey, man, I'm gonna open up the phone lines. Jump back in the comments, man. I appreciate you, bro. And it's never personal. No, it's just me reverse trolling. Don't fall for the bait, bro. Don't fall.
I got you, bro.
I'm gonna put the Mr. Roper face on the screen every now and then just to let y'all know what I'm on for real.
All right, for sure.
But
all right, bro.
Appreciate the call, man. We're gonna open the phone lines back up. Bears fans, what are your thoughts, man? 872-222-7010. Scream at me before we get off the air for the night, man. Want to hand out some final grades for the Bears. Let's start. We're gonna work in reverse. Let's go special teams. Special teams get a D today. Defense forced a critical 3 and out, and we have a guy jump off sides during the punt, give a first down. Torrey Taylor, a guy you spent a 4th round pick on instead of an offensive lineman, is shanking punts left and right today. That's why you don't ever spend a 4th round pick on a punter. I don't care how good he's supposed to be. You just don't do it. Special teams get a D. Defense today, defense gets a C+. They were able to come up with stuff. I mean, honestly, they were holding them, but after a while they got tired. Jonathan Taylor got off some really big runs, being patient, pressing the hole, getting off some big runs, a lot of missed tackles. Bears defense gets a C+ today. I feel like a team that one-dimensional, you should be able to shut the run down completely. I was kind of disappointed in their effort today. Offense, offense gets a C. Caleb Williams took a huge step in his development today. Got to cut down on the turnovers. The running game is in shambles. I don't know how you're top 5 in rushing 2 years straight.
Gavin Big Jesus.
And we got another call.
Gavin Cozart.
Cozy, you live on the air, man. Scream at me.
Yo, y'all do need a complete culture reset. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was texting it to you in the chat. I'm not sure how many people were really looking at it, but like just even watching Hard Knocks, Eberflus looked like a substitute teacher more than he looked like a head coach. He's more worried about giving nicknames and this and that, making sure everyone's happy than he is actually coaching the damn team. Like, y'all have a defense that should be able to win you more games than you lose. I'm gonna be real. Y'all have a top 5 defense in the league, in my personal opinion.
For sure.
Like, and you guys have nothing but young studs that you guys should be developing. The problem is that there's only one rookie head coach. I mean, there's only one rookie quarterback in the league now that J.J. McCarthy's out before the season ever started that has an offensive-minded head coach.
And his name is Bo.
There's only one.
His name is Bo Nix.
And his name is Bo Nix, and he had a good game today. He had a good game today.
Yes,
but
sir, he did.
They're in the middle of a rebuild them damn selves. They just had a bunch of players that, when they were on their way up on a rebuild, left because Russ just left them, so not wanting to play football. But, like, no, it's a complete culture reset y'all need from, like, I think Poles is good. I think Poles is a solid general manager. He makes the moves. He jumps on stuff when it needs to happen. Like, I think just from the coaches on down, even quarterback coaches all the way through to the scouting department, y'all need a reset, because I was even messaging it in the chat earlier. Like, we're talking about like the Chiefs and the Niners, and everyone's talking about even the Steelers and this and that. These are programs and these are organizations that have worked on everything about the organization 100%. From the bottom ground up.
100%. To double down on that opinion. I mean to cut you off. To double down on that opinion too, man, you're 100% correct. Look at Malik Willis with the Packers right now.
Yep. Nova and I were just talking about it a second ago. Like, Malik Willis just went off. He goes 2 games in a row where he looks nice.
He looks
and
good.
He was on a Tennessee Titans squad where he looked like he was never going to probably play another down of football again, barring injury.
Bro.
And like,
you go from being on the Titans, probably thinking about where you're going to work after you out the league.
Right? Like, am I going to have to go UFL, CFL right now? Like, from that
to this kid was lighting it up today, and I'm like, see, this is a cultural thing, bro.
We were even just talking about Sam Darnold, bro. He goes from Sam Darnold's the MVP leader right now. He goes from being
4 touchdowns today,
the savior
bro.
Of the Jets. Yeah, he went from being what was supposed to be the savior of the Jets to now he is he was a backup in Carolina, a backup in Frisco. Now he is the MVP favorite going into week 4.
Bro, if Sam Darnold is in the MVP conversation toward the end of the season, that tells you everything you need to know about front offices and culture in the NFL. You're known for what you are known for. Ryan Poles is trying to change that for the Chicago Bears. You know why? Because guess what? He was just around. He was just around the Kansas City Chiefs. He was
Mhm.
just the major part of why they got Mahomes in the first place. Trust me, he knows what he's doing. Not so much with the offensive line right now, but I'll tell you, offensive lines, you don't really. It's kind of a weird thing. Most offensive lines are kind of assembled and crafted carefully with great draft picks and key free agent signings. Offensive lines usually typically don't just get better in the offseason. You know what I mean? Unless you
No, like it's a matter. No, it's a matter of normally the best offensive lines in the league normally have 2 first round picks on it, and then you hit and then you hit in later rounds, if not a younger guy or a vet that's been around doing it for a long time. Like that's what the majority of good offensive lines look like. Your bookend, or you have a tackle and a guard or a center that are first round pick, top of the league, nice,
absolutely.
and then from there you have third, fourth rounders that have experience. Like there's so much to it. Like when you're talking about Nate Davis, who has been the guy that's supposed to be your right guard for the last 4 years, and he hasn't developed at all.
And he wasn't bad in Tennessee. He wasn't bad in Tennessee.
Like,
that's why Ryan Poles thought he was getting a steal. And honestly, you need to have cornerstones. Like the NFL is about cornerstone pieces. You want to have a cornerstone as a quarterback. You need a cornerstone edge. If you can, you want a cornerstone as a corner. You want a cornerstone as a left tackle.
This is the point that I was also trying to bring up earlier too. Like it doesn't even necessarily need to be your best player or your quarterback that is the one that resets your culture. But through the draft and through what you do, there are multiple things that that you're looking for in a player to reset your culture. I messaged it in the chat. I don't think you posted it on the video on the live stream. But if you look at Niners pre-Shanahan era, we had Chip Kelly running our organization into the ground.
Yes, sir. He is he is a culture killer.
Oh my God! From the Eagles to the Niners to the he just is. Oh my God!
Dame, you name it, he kills it.
God, and don't even get me started on how much I already hated the guy from what he did to Oregon. But moving on. Like you go from that to now all of a sudden you draft a Kittle in the late rounds. You draft a Fred Warner in the third round out of BYU. You start drafting these guys. Next thing you know, you drafted Debo in the second, third round. Now all of a sudden you've got guys that are setting a complete culture for you. They're not first round picks. None of these guys were first round picks like that. Deommodore Lenoir is a third round pick out of Oregon. Like none of them are top picks. Like we got plenty of look at all the running backs the Niners have been able to cycle through until we got Christian McCaffrey out of a trade that were fifth round picks, from Raheem Mostert to Elijah Mitchell. Like you touched on Purdy being Mr. Irrelevant. Like it's a matter of having the culture set all the way through your organization as a foundation and moving up. If your scouts aren't doing it, then how are you going to expect your coach to have anything to work with?
Bingo, man.
Because the coach can't sit there and scout all year. He's got a team to run.
Man. And that's why the best coaches, man, they come with built-in infrastructures, man. They have their guys already.
They bring their guys.
Man. Every step
That's
of the way.
I said it earlier. Like I think, in my honest opinion, y'all fumbled the bag as hard as possible with not having fired Eberflus or told him that he can take a restructure down to a defensive coordinator spot. And not go after Harbaugh. Not going after Jim was probably one of the toughest L's y'all took this offseason. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, 100%.
The culture reset that he has provided for the Chargers of 8 offensive linemen on the front line with a 300-pound fullback in 2024 NFL. I love to see it. 100%. And he's able to do that because he's got a stud quarterback in the backfield that everyone knows can throw for 300 any given game.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And they don't even need to use him right now. I mean, granted, they lost today, but it's just, Harbaugh, and he took the defensive unit from a defensive head coach, mind you, that was bottom in the league last year to now was one of the top, if not the best defense in the league right now.
Yeah, coming into this week, they were the number 1 defense in the league. So
Like,
that just speaks volumes, man. Like,
oh my God, Staley was such a goober.
you need guys at the helm who know what the hell they're doing. They have an infrastructure. They know other good coaches. They know the good scouts. And we're talking about Eberflus as a first year coach, bro. Like, who does he know? You know what I mean? He was a part of one of those. He was one of those guys that people bring along. You know what I mean? So it's
like I said, he just looked more aloof and happy to be there, and was like, he seemed like more like he was like just stroking Caleb to make sure that he wasn't upset more than he was actually coaching him. Just from what I got off of what I was watching from Hard Knocks. Like, I'm watching Hard Knocks, and Caleb looks like he has no respect, has no type of any intentions of listening to what Eberflus is going to say to him when he's sitting there having those one-on-one meetings. He's just like,
what can he really tell the kid, bro? I mean,
when he's coming from Lincoln Riley's program to that.
Exactly. Like, you can say what you want about Lincoln Riley, he could coach some offense, and he could bring you a scheme that will work. That will work with the personnel that you give him. And you go from that to a guy who can't tell you anything about, I mean, maybe you could sit down and go over some of the coverages and stuff with him that the defense is trying to do, but he can't help you develop. And there ain't no guarantee that Shane Waldron is going to be here long enough. So Caleb is low key. I see what he's doing, man. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to swim. I'm not going to sing. I'm going to swim long enough for me to be able to give my input of who the hell I want in here. Because now that you went and got this kid number 1 overall, bro, you can't. He's going to have some say so. He is going to have some say so. The first overall pick, bro, he gets some say so.
Oh, absolutely gets to say so. And not only is he first overall pick, like we've seen first overall picks come and go. Some hit, some don't, especially when you look at like the NBA, for instance. There's so many number 1 picks that just flop so hard. But when you're this highly touted for the last 2-3 years coming in, that's a whole different ballgame. That is a whole different ballgame. When you know going into his junior year, like when you know going into his sophomore year that, yeah, this kid's probably going to be the number 1 pick in his draft.
Absolutely. 100%, bro. Now, perfect example, right?
Different.
Perfect example, right? Whoever gets Shedeur Sanders, see, he comes kind of a similar situation like how Caleb is. You draft Shedeur, Deion Sanders is going to be all over your shit about a shitty offensive line, bad coordinators, bad coach. He's going to be all over you.
I would just turn around and ask him, like, where's your defense? Where's your offensive line? But
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, man. Deion Sanders is a Hall of Famer, bro.
Absolutely.
Like, he's got a gold jacket.
No,
he can talk his shit,
he's not
bro.
only Hall of Famer. He is the best to probably ever play his position, and he's a top 10 Hall of Famer. Let's be real.
He gets to say so, bro. He gets to say so. And his son can ball. And if you're smart, if you're in position to draft his son, you better be in position to draft Travis Hunter right behind him. You better find a way.
You better be ready to draft. You better be ready to draft Travis. You also better be willing and ready to be willing to change what your structure looks like as a program and as a culture, because he's going to completely change that culture.
Oh, 100%, man, 100%, bro. So, Gav, I appreciate the call, man. We almost 2 hours in, man. I'm going to wrap up the show, man. But next week, man, please feel free to hit the line, scream at me, bro. And hopefully we can get a win, man. We're going to talk some more NFL next week too, man. If you want, just come on the show next week.
The Niners just sold their game against the Rams. So
the Niners are 1-2 as well, right?
Yep.
Any given Sunday.
Yep.
Any given Sunday, man. What the hell do you expect? You know what I mean? Be realistic, man. If you're going to be an NFL fan, if you're going to root for a team, please be realistic, man. This shit is wild.
You can't expect to go 17-0, man.
You're
a good season means 12. Like a solid season to me is a 12-win season. Like that is a great season. It guarantees you a playoff spot.
That's all you can ask for, man. You get there and see what happens, man. Maybe you get hot, go on a run, but temper your expectations. Be more realistic, man. Bears fans be acting like, yo, we gonna get out there, man. But that's our show, man. Tap in next week. We out of here. Peace.
Oh yeah. Peace.
Okay, so it is a 2-hour limit.